Okay, today we're going to run through converting a GeoDirectory version 1 site to GeoDirectory version 2. I have a checklist off screen here that will be in the documentation, and we're just going to run through that and show you what the steps are involved converting and make things easier for you. So this is the GeoDirectory version 1 site that we'll be converting today. This is the back end of GeoDirectory version 1. So the first step is backup. Back up your database, back up your files, back up any sort of customizations you have. I've already went through the backing up through my cPanel install. There's a million different ways to back things up. There's plugins, there's hosting have their own things for backing things up. I'm not going to go through them all. Just make sure you have a database backup and backup of your files, and you should be good to go. Now we'll just check if we have any scripts. This is no longer a feature, the custom CSS, because it's now a built-in WordPress feature, so we removed our own version. But we will just back up this, which I think is just for a contact form I have, which I will be replacing with Ninja forms, so probably won't need it. I'll just back it up into a JS fiddle. Nice JavaScript. Now that we have that backed up, we've got the database backed up, we've got our files backed up, and we have any customizations. Now, I think I've just got a snippet for sending the contact form on the website, which I think is linked down here. It's just a simple form, so it'll be easy to replicate that with Ninja forms. I'm not really worried about these. I will disable this snippets plugin just now, because it's only GeoDirectory snippets that I have. So disable, the first step on the checklist is preparations, and it's disable any caching. So the only caching I have on this site is GD Booster. Let's go ahead and disable that. And any code snippets, we've already disabled code snippets. And then we may want to install a coming soon maintenance plugin, because the sites maybe get a bit weird at the front end, so we'll just let visitors know that we're doing a bit of maintenance. Coming soon maintenance. Here's one, it's very popular, so we'll install this. Activate. I don't actually think I've used this one before, so let's check these settings are enabled. Coming soon. Status. Enable maintenance mode. Save all changes. And that should be us good to go now. So the next thing is the conversion. So if you do not have WP Easy Updates installed, you should install it. It'll just make things easier. You'll be able to automatically update add-ons instead of having to do it via FTP or installing zip files. So make sure you've got WP Easy Updates installed and that you have at least version 1.1.9, and you should be good to go for that. Disable any add-ons, that's the next step. So I'll include GD Booster in this just now. GeoDirectory Reviews, Social Importer. Invoicing isn't a GeoDirectory one, so we don't need to worry about that. And then we'll just deactivate those. So that's all GeoDirectory add-ons disabled, I think. Yes. And once GeoDirectory version 2 is on the WordPress repository. You should just have a simple update button here, which you would update to update GeoDirectory. But I don't have that yet, so I'm just going to deactivate it, delete it, and then install version 2 via zip file. Add new. Install. And activate. Now, if you're running through this on your development site first, if you enable debugging, then it will log everything in your debug log file, all the conversion steps, so you can tell if there's something going wrong, where it's going wrong. So once you've installed version 2, this is the screen you'll get, just telling you that there's changes that will require manual layout changes. And I'll let you know if you've got add-ons installed, what ones need to be updated first. So you can go ahead and update all of these manually, or one by one, or you could go down and update them by them like all at the same time via the update screen. Just check again. Now, once you've installed GeoDirectory version 2, sometimes it can take a while because it's changed from looking for version 1 add-ons to version 2. So sometimes it can take a wee bit of time just to get the right versions via the updates. So there we go, we've got them all ready to be installed now. So as I say, you can click individually, update, 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 update. But I'm just going to do it all at the one time here, update plugins. And hope that I have up-to-date licenses in this. Otherwise it will throw me some errors. That's just downloading the plugins in the background. It should show us the status message in a second. Okay, so all of those updates worked, and now if we refresh the page, it tells us that we're all up to date, we're all good to go version wise. We've got all these are green, so we're good to go. We've got at least the version required for the conversion. And again, we can activate them all individually just by clicking activate. Let's activate the search filters. But I will just go to the installed plugins and we'll just activate them all. Via the bulk actions, activate, apply. Okay, now that we've got everything up to date, everything's green here, and then the plugin status is all green. We've got no advisory notes. It'll show us this run the conversion now. So let's just double check the checklist. We have a WP Easy updates installed. We disabled all the add-ons. We updated core. Update any required add-ons. We've done that. Activate them. Proceed with the conversion. So that's the next step. Let's proceed. It will just say, are you sure you want to do this? Okay, we do. Okay, now your database is being upgraded in the background. It usually will only take less than a minute, 1 to 2 minutes. It depends on how many listings you have. It can take anywhere from a couple of minutes to much longer if you have hundreds of thousands of listings, for example. But the idea is just to let that do its thing. There is an option to force it, but it's best advised that you don't. So you can just refresh every now and again, and that's already done. GeoDirectory update complete. Thank you for updating to the latest version. You can dismiss that. And we can run through the setup wizard now, which is the next step. Welcome to GeoDirectory. Let's go. Got our Google Maps key. We have the default location. Now it's asking, do we want to install Ninja Forms and Users WordPress? And I do want to install those because I will need the Ninja Forms for the contact form. And Users WordPress, I'll let the users log in. Be a nice screen. Actually, I'll leave that off just now just to do a core conversion. So we'll just show you with Ninja Forms. Now we'll install that. That'll install that in the background. And then once it's installed, it'll let us proceed. Okay, that's installed now, so now we can continue. And we don't want to install any dummy data, which is what you would do here. But we do want to install some widgets automatically in the sidebar. So sidebar page, it's where it's auto detected, so we'll insert widgets. And do we want to install a main menu? I think we're okay with the main menu, so we won't bother with that one, and we'll continue. Would you like to help GeoDirectory send diagnostic non-sensitive information? I will allow that. And we're good to go. We can return to the dashboard. Okay, that's the conversion of the database and all the information done. So the next step is after conversion checks, which is number one, fix any admin notices you might see. So we are getting duplicate slug found for some locations. So we will click that to fix. Fix duplicate slugs. Tool ran. So now if we go back to the dashboard, that's gone now. If you had Google Analytics active, then install the new GeoDirectory version 2 plugin for it. Now we've removed Google Analytics from the core plugin because it was a large API that Google requires, so we've moved it to its separate plugin. So if you had that set up, then you would want to install it. Now we've made it very easy to install add-ons for GeoDirectory. You can just go to GeoDirectory and then extensions. And this is all the add-ons here. You can look at the themes, our recommended plugins, and membership. And if you have WP Easy Updates installed, then you'll be able to check more information about it. And you'll be able to install it from here. And if you have paid add-ons, you can add your license key and then install it directly from here. Or if you have a membership, if you enter your membership key here, then you'll automatically be able to install any of our add-ons and themes. But the Google Analytics plugin is free, so we don't need any of that. It'll just install right away. That's installed, and I had it installed in the past, but I never actually showed it to users. I was just using it for tracking only, so I will just activate that. And it wants a activation token, so we go to settings, Google Analytics, and we'll need to authorize that again. I think it was this account. Go back, paste in code. you're going to have to either blur out or change. Now we're authorized. Add tracking code to the site. Yes, so now I'm tracking the Google Analytics again. That's Google Analytics set back up. And we have the option to show it to the business owner, which will enable and disable it quickly. But you still have to add the widget where you want it, where you can put it anywhere you want now. You can have it in the sidebar or in a tab. So the next one would be if you have WPML, WordPress multilingual and plugin installed, then you can go and install it from the extensions panel. Install it here, but I didn't for this site. If you were using the next step is if you were using the contact form, then install Ninja Forms. We already did it in the setup wizard. So we've got Ninja Forms here. So let's go to the front end of the site. Let's see what the homepage looks like just now. And if we can go to a listing. Okay, just now it's not showing us the sidebar information, so we have to still add that. Which I suspect we'll need to update the theme now. Okay, I have installed the latest versions of those themes. Because they're not on the WordPress repository yet, then it's not doing automatically here, but it will for you, so I won't complicate matters. So where were we? We're checking the sidebar here. Let's go to appearance and widgets, and we have a GD sidebar here, and let's add an output location. Here we go. Let's just do it this way. GD sidebar, add widget, and the details sidebar, save, refresh. So now we've got the basic information that we had before, but it's showing the email address right there. So we wanted to show a contact form instead of an email address. So what we will do is set up Ninja Forms. Let's go to Ninja Forms. Make Ninja Forms. Not now. Okay, we're going to add a new form and go down to GeoDirectory contact form. Allow your users to contact the listing owners. That's the one we want. Okay, everything should be set up, so we can just simply close this. We have the contact form. Now we want to add a contact button to the sidebar here, so let's go to appearance, widgets, and look for the Ninja Forms widget. We'll add that to the GD sidebar. Add widget. Let's put it above the output location and the contact form. Save. So now if we go to the sidebar and refresh, we have the contact form. And it shows it here. Now by default, I think they install it like unstyled. I think there is a setting to add a opinionated style. Let's go for the light one. Refresh the page. Yeah, I prefer the look of that. So now we have added back the contact form. So what's next on the checklist? If you had any CSS that you wanted to add back. The only thing I had was the contact form, my own custom one, but I'm going to replace that with a Ninja Forms one, so there's not really any point in me adding it back. But if I was going to add my custom CSS back here, then I would copy that and I would paste it into Appearance, Customize, Additional CSS. It would paste it in here. So WordPress has its own place to input custom CSS now. That's why we removed it from GeoDirectory. And if you're using the GeoDirectory homepage, you'll need to restyle it. So we just got pages, looking for the front page. And now we can add in any info we want. So if we wanted the map here, map 100%, we want it auto update. And have the map here. We want to show it's a directory map. To enable the search filter, post type, category filter, and that's all we want to update here. Okay, and then all we have to do from here is add back in the information we had before. So I've got a page open before, so we had a map, and we had some self-catering listings. So we will add in GD listings. What do we have the title as before? Self-catering. Places, and we just want self-catering category. And don't want a filter. And we'll show it the latest. Refresh that. Now we've got self-catering listings added there. That's the basic how you add things into the main content. I won't run through it all, recreating everything, but you've got all your, if you just type GD, it'll filter everything. You can have all of these blocks added in. You could have the search bar added in, your listings, best of listings, many output blocks you can paste in there. One thing I will mention is, let's go to a listing. Now, by default, most themes will try and add in the featured image to the top of the page, usually like around here. So by default, we try and block that so that it doesn't ruin, it's not there and you can't get rid of it. So this is the featured image here. So to enable that, we would go to GeoDirectory Settings, Design, Details, and we'll stop the GeoDirectory trying to disable the featured image so that it's actually used. So now if we refresh this we have the main image there. But you might not want to even show that image at all, so how would we get rid of that image? We'd simply go to Pages, we'd look for the Details page template, Edit, and Page Attributes. We would maybe do the that's if you want the full width. So this is the featured area settings. So if you want to auto title over parallax image, just the title or none. So let's just go for title, update. Now we simply just have the title up here if we wanted that. Or we could completely remove it if we wanted to. And if there's no title output, then it will automatically add the title here. And there is a block to do that if you're using a page builder to build a page. And you can add any information you want here. This is just an output location, but you can add individual things here. Change anything basically. The only thing I might mention is if you have old font awesome icon prefixes, you might need to change them. So in some cases, I don't think I had icons listed for these. So let's go for accommodate. So that's, I'll just double check that. Place settings, accommodates, here we go. So show advanced. And we don't have an icon, so maybe we want an icon of bed. So before it would have been FA bed, but in font awesome version 5, it is FAS for solid, and we save that. Refresh this. I've got a wee picture of a bed here. And everything else is in place. And I think that's about it. I'll end this here. We'll go do some more detailed videos about how to set up template pages like the details page and the archive page and the home page and things like that. But that is the basic conversion from version 1 to version 2. And in version 2, Supreme Directory, we have this feature where the user can move the map back and forth, make it bigger and smaller. So if you want to browse around the map or then hover over an image, it'll show you where it's located. But anyway, yes, I'll stop this video here. Good luck.